Let's talk about the importance of sleep. It's something that we all should be doing easily every night, yet we have difficulty sometimes with it. So let me outline the different factors and the different things that can influence your sleep. It is hugely important. You should be spending about 36% of your lives asleep, and that's a huge amount of time dedicated to one activity. So it's very important. But many of us are very busy, we lead very demanding lives, and sleep is the first thing that we cut out of our lives. Every decision you make will inform your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Many people come to me with sleep issues and they're stressed out of their mind. They're very busy at work, they have a computer, they have phones, they can't switch off at night, and they have sleep issues. But actually, maybe they have boundary issues, maybe they have work-life balance issues. So we are going to look at the different things that influence your sleep and how you can improve your sleep. So remember, every little thing counts when it comes to sleep. Your good sleep routine starts from the moment you wake up in the morning. So we will look at the perfect day also when it comes to sleep. One of the first questions I get asked about sleep is, how much sleep should I be getting? How much sleep do I need? And it's a good question. There is variance in that. It does depend on the stage of life you're at, and also, I suppose, it is very personal. Genetics also come into it when it comes to sleep. 7.5 hours is what experts will tell you. Some people are fine on 6 hours, other people need 9 hours, but always I would look at sleep in the course of a week rather than just one night. It's one thing we have to learn to do is zoom out from sleep. People tend to get very into, last night I didn't get a good night, tonight I have to sleep. And that can put pressure on people to sleep. So it is important to kind of understand that. Now, why am I talking like 7.5 hours, 6 hours? Because when you sleep in cycles of 90 minutes. So 5 cycles equals 7.5 hours. Let's look at a 90-minute cycle. What happens? People drift away into stage 1 sleep. It's very light. It's known as hypnagogia. People start to actually hallucinate in stage 1 sleep. It's like daydreaming. And that's one of the ways you can build a bridge to sleep. Stage 2, you relax, the breathing slows down, your heart rate drops. And then you produce more melatonin, the sleep hormone, and that helps you into the deepest aspect of your sleep, stage 3. People are obsessed with stage 3 sleep, deep sleep. Everyone talks about, my Fitbit is telling me, I'm only getting 20 minutes deep sleep. How do I get more deep sleep? Don't worry about that. Your brain regulates how much deep sleep you get and need. And then you dream. Dreaming is light sleep. Here's the thing. Light sleep is just as important as deep sleep for your health and well-being. In your last 90-minute cycle, you're dreaming for up to 1 hour. So light sleep and deep sleep, equally important. Let's look at what's happening when you sleep. There's so much physical repair and restoration that happens and psychological repair and restoration. So everything from your hormones to your immune response, all of that muscular and tissue repair that's happening in 24 hours, most of that is happening in deep sleep. So all of the physical repairs happen in the first half of the night during deep sleep. Then the psychological repair. Something called lymphatic drainage happens. Your brain cleans itself while you sleep. That was only discovered in 2014. We actually embed positive memories that we've had throughout the day, positive experiences. We keep those, and then stressful events get filed away. We don't need those. So emotional regulation. All of this is happening in light sleep. So let's look now at the different influences. If I can't get to sleep, why is that? There are many things that influence sleep. We categorize them into kind of physical components. Things like light and coffee and exercise and your environment, very important. The second reason people can't get to sleep is the racing mind, anxiety, stress, all of these things, cognitive. The third area is medical. So you could have a medical issue, restless leg syndrome, sleep apnea. And the fourth area is circadian misalignment. But let's focus on the physical factors, okay? So we can align our day and our activity to increase the chances of us getting better sleep. Light is the first thing we discuss. So light is the master conductor, really, of your sleep. We're diurnal, we're active during daylight hours. The more light you get when you're active, the better you will sleep that night. Now, I know your mother told you that's the fresh air, but actually, it's when we get lots of light, we get lots of serotonin in the brain. Serotonin is required to make the sleep hormone melatonin. So we get lots of light and we get much better sleep and higher levels of melatonin. Caffeine. So I suppose if people drink too much coffee, that will certainly impair your ability to fall and stay asleep. So I would say cut out the caffeine at about 2 o'clock. Routine. We all know with children, really, it's all about winding them down, right? So they have a lovely routine of food, playtime, shower, pajamas, bedtime story, and sleep. Do you have that nice routine? Or do you arrive in bed exhausted, wired, tired, like what day is today? Did I take out the bins? Oh my God, I have to email. Forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer. I can't sleep. What do? Start scrolling on TikTok for 2 hours. It's very familiar story for many people. Instead of scrolling, you can listen. It's a very different thing to the brain, and it will help you fall asleep. Make sure your bedroom environment is conducive to sleep. Nice, cool bedroom. And a huge thing that you can do is invest in a really good mattress, a good bed. I mean, this is the basic stuff. This is the foundational stuff. So people often maybe buy, a mattress and forget about it for 10 or 15 years, but it is a very powerful way in which your sleep can be influenced on a nightly basis. I have a fantastic bed. I love it. I wouldn't swap it for the world. Worth every penny. So those are all the things you can do throughout the day. Exercise is critically important for sleep. A byproduct of exercise is something called adenosine. Now, adenosine is sleep pressure. So as we go throughout the day, the sleep pressure builds, and that pushes you down to sleep and keeps you asleep. So getting outside, getting lots of movement, learning to wind down. One of the main reasons people cannot sleep is stress. The same systems that control stress control sleep. So it's critical you learn to wind down. And again, exercise is one really good tool, but make sure your activities in the evening are not creating a lot of stress. Make sure your environment is nice, you have a nice hot shower, you have a good skincare routine. All of these things will help wind you down. An eye mask in the summer months, it's very bright, critical that you get a good eye mask, and that should improve your sleep. Now, remember, winding down cognitively is also very important, and it's a skill you learn. Learning to fall asleep is a skill, okay? So implement these things over weeks and months rather than days, and hopefully you will get a much, much better night's sleep.